It is Saturday and Alice went to work today, so I'm home with baby Addie, who was a little bit upset while I was trying to put away groceries, so I put her in the baby Bjorn and she fell asleep, but this is I can't even tell you guys, like, this somehow makes me emotional. It's just the cutest thing ever.
Hello and welcome to week 9. This week, Alice and I celebrate our 2-year wedding anniversary, explore a salt cave, and I spend a lot of time trying to conquer my quest for perfectly clear ice. All of that and more in this week's episode of Life with the Carlins.
Okay, so we've had a bit of a cold snap here in Roanoke, Virginia over the past few days, and it got me thinking about ice, which maybe you do or maybe you don't know. I've been pretty obsessed over the past 5 years of my life attempting to make clear ice. And there are molds out there and stuff on Amazon that are perfectly created now in order to do this, but you only get one block. And it seems like after people have been trying to do this and trying to do this and trying to do this, there has been a method that finally actually works, and it uses one of these kind of hard plastic coolers. And the idea is that because the cooler itself is somewhat insulated, the ice will actually freeze from the top down, and it will kind of force the air bubbles into a different location. So I actually bought this cooler once upon a time specifically to do this, but it was when we had our old kitchen, and I was so disappointed because it was too tall and it wouldn't actually fit in the freezer. And so I was like, I need to try it. But I have a chest freezer now, and because it's cold, I was like, I'm going to give it a shot. So maybe this will be super cool and it will work, or maybe 2 days from now, we're just gonna crack open a cooler full of super cloudy ice and we'll just be like, well, that was not very interesting. I can't believe you actually put this in the vlog. We're about to find out. Pretty simple. I'm just gonna fill it up, tap water.
Many unbearable hours later.
The brief backstory though on the entire ice thing is that forever ago I had it at a really nice cocktail bar or something like that. I was I really want to figure out how you can have just crystal clear ice. And so I started doing all of these different things and following all the different prompts online, like boiling the water, using distilled water. And I actually own an aquarium company where we make salt water, and part of using salt water is you have to have super pure water in order to just avoid having algae outbreaks and stuff. So one of the things that I always joked about doing, but not joking, I actually did, is this thing right here, which is a reverse osmosis deionization filter system, which effectively gives you distilled water, which I then make salt water with right over there. So yeah, I don't know, I've been through the ringer with it. I've tried so many different things, and I'm really curious to see if this works. And if it does, what you're supposed to get in the end is a frozen brick and then a chunk of ice that is actually not frozen all the way yet. And the idea here is that basically when you're usually freezing ice, what happens is that the gas particles get caught in the water, and that's what makes it cloudy. So super clear ice isn't more pure water, it's just the way it has less oxygen trapped inside of it. So I don't know. This will either be incredibly interesting, very rewarding, very exciting for me, or it'll just be a total bust, but I will have tried yet another thing. Okay, chest freezer. Try to build a little platform to sit in. I'm actually gonna leave the top open on it so that I can see kind of what is going on. So that's all we got. We'll see you in 36 hours.
Several days later.
And it's been 2 days. I love the power of editing. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so word on the street is you were supposed to open it up, lay it upside down, and basically just give it some time to slink out of the cooler. So that is the next step.
1 hour later.
Okay, it's been like an hour. I'm gonna see if it'll start to work its way out. Oh my gosh, it's like completely frozen still. Okay, wow. Literally cannot believe that just worked. I thought it was so frozen in there. Okay, just straight solid. Whew. Okay, now what? How do you cut it in half? I may have frozen it too long. I don't know if it's recoverable. Let's see. Okay, so here is where we are at. The proposed idea with this particular method is that you're usually supposed to take it out before it's frozen all the way, in the area that typically has the air particles that get frozen inside. You're able to just sort of like chop up with a knife. Mine is a complete brick of frozen ice. But the good news about it, I don't know if you can tell because like some of it's still frosted from the outside right now, which is fine. It's just these top layer right here that has the cloudy ice. So the bottom is gonna be super freaking crystal clear if we can get to it. Typically you would score across the top and then cut through with a knife. So the question is whether or not we should cut it into like thirds and then break through and then try to cut the tops off, or if we should try to cut all of this off in one fell swoop. I think the thirds method will work better, maybe. I feel like we're really freaking close though. It's like, I can tell it's like we have clear ice. Now it's just whether or not we can harness it somehow. Okay, I'm more than happy to accept that this is a silly way to do this, but I'm literally gonna use the square edge to see if I can't get a nice clean line to work with.
Moments later. More moments later.
Literally scraping bits of my speed square off in the process of doing this. But the good news is that ice melts on the exterior, so even if it's a little bit sloppy, I can just melt the exterior off and it will be fine, hopefully. And all we're really trying to do is guide it so that when I try to cut through it, there's an established break point. This is actually cutting rather nicely, honestly. I mean, it's a total mess, but it's working better than I thought it would. Step number next is to see if you can't take your knife and sort of just crack our way through. So let's see here.
One frozen wasteland later.
I'm curious if like a serrated blade would work better. The problem is we still have to cut it this way too, so we're not even close. The cloudy bitch just cracked off. We have clear ice down below, so this is just garbage. We don't need that at all. The weird part is that it broke the exact way I didn't expect it to. So the original plan is working. My cutting it plan is going the opposite way I anticipated. So make of that what you will. Not exactly what we wanted, but you can see what I mean. Like it's clear. We have like a good, almost product.
Can you just smash it?
Smash it with a hammer!
A little to the left.
Just then,
What is this?
by sheer coincidence,
Ooh! Okay. So let's show them what we're working with.
What are you gonna do with it?
I was gonna put it into like a cocktail glass and pour some bourbon over on top of it.
The whole
Okay.
thing?
Well, not the whole thing.
I need a big glass.
I know. Okay, so we have a piece. You can see the bottom is pretty clear. That's good ice. That's like the objective. Now we have to take this part off. No! God! No! No! No!
Ooh, that voice.
At some point, you probably have to ask the question, is it even worth it? I think the answer is yes. That works surprisingly well.
I'm doing it! And some of these. Almost there! Done.
There's my cheering section.
We're watching.
What do you think?
I mean, it's turning clear. That's crazy, isn't it?
Is it totally preventing Addison from getting a bath?
It is. I'm giving you 3 more minutes.
It's on.
Montage.
I mean,
Gosh.
2 very boring minutes later.
Babe, I think that's pretty good.
is that it? I mean, I think that's clear ice.
I think you did it.
You think I did it?
I think you did it.
Is that it?
Yep.
Oh, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit.
So we are on our way to lunch for my sister's birthday, Sammy.
Yay!
And then
For the anniversary weekend, Allie booked us this like super cool salt room.
it's like a salt cave, but it's not actually a cave.
I know,
We just call it a cave.
This is one of those things I think as a kid, if somebody had told me we're going to a salt cave, I would have quite literally imagined like an underground cavern made of salt that somehow in the side of a strip mall they were able to like incorporate.
So that's what they're modeling it after, is a salt cave from like Russia and Poland.
So like real salt caves.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's modeled after that, and supposedly it has all kind of health benefits if you do it.
I'm curious about it. You and I have done like the sensory deprivation like float before, and I thought that experience was incredibly cool. So I'm super interested to see what this is gonna be like.
Yeah. So it'll be a good afternoon.
Fun day ahead, and we're smoking pork.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Great day.
It's completely made out of pink Himalayan salt. So there's pink Himalayan salt bricks on the wall there that Miss Crystal did actually lay brick by brick herself. Which took a really long time and worth it every penny.
Oh yeah, I cannot get over the fact that the floor is salt.
I know.
It feels awesome.
It's so
It is
cool.
awesome. Okay, so apparently salt is actually pumped into the room through that little guy right there. And the walls are salt. The floor is salt.
And the chairs are or massage chairs.
Massage chairs.
I feel like I would pay for just the chair.
So as you're in here, how long are we in here?
45 minutes.
45 minutes. There's like salt being pumped into the room, and you can actually like taste it like as you breathe, which is kind of interesting. What all did she say? It helps with like so many different things.
Yes, she said it helps
Bronchitis.
with dry skin,
Dry skin. Sleep apnea.
sleep apnea. Yeah.
All the things, allergies. So we'll see how we feel afterwards, and we'll also apparently have a dusting of salt on us by the time we leave.
I'm the pink Power Ranger.
Okay, we just left the salt cave.
That was fun.
How are you feeling?
I mean, I didn't really get like zenned out like I thought I might, but I'm very salty all over.
It was very interesting, yeah, like the way that, like even the camera right now has like salt dust all over it from where it was just sort of like sitting on my lap while you're in there. We were in there with Mike and Sammy, and I feel like it was just like a really good opportunity for us to all like sit and chat without phones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I could see if just you were in there by yourself though, it being like a very, very relaxing
yeah. But
type of thing.
I'm curious to see if like we breathe better, if we sleep better.
It'll be interesting. Yeah, you
Yeah.
said you had like a little bit of like a stuffy nose, so
Yeah.
we'll see. It was fun though.
Yeah.
Would recommend. Cooking the pork today wasn't really intended to be part of the vlog or anything like that. I've just been having fun doing it. But there actually was one thing that when I finished it, I was like, oh man, I can actually show these off. And it's like these pork rip-aparter claws that my mom gave me for Christmas. I want to see if they work. So we're about to find out. Making a mess. This might be the most perfect swaddle we've had yet.
Hi. You got it.
Can you smile, little Addie? Can you smile? I want to do the opposite of smile. What do you think, Addie? Is that Indy? Is that, oh, Indy, can you say hi to Addie? Oh. Addie, do you like Indy kisses? Do you like Indy kisses? Anniversary!
Happy anniversary!
2 years!
I know.
One pandemic, one baby.
We've done it.
We've done it. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm excited to go get sushi tonight.
Yeah!
I think that's gonna be fun. Your mom's gonna watch Addie, so we have like an hour or two to ourselves.
It's
That'll
gonna
be
be
fun.
nice. You gonna get a beer?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So we are going to one of our favorite restaurants here in Roanoke, and I personally feel like it's a little bit of like a best kept secret.
I think so because it's a Japanese steakhouse.
It's like the hibachi, like the thing. It's a very famous place here in Roanoke. What it's known for is like the hibachi grill where they do the whole show in front of you and stuff.
Right.
But if you walk in, like just to the right, there's this like small sushi room that no one is ever in.
I know. I'm so excited.
And so we go all, like, they know us. Like, so yeah, they've followed the entire saga of like our engagement, of Allie's pregnancy. We've actually brought Addie there since
Since she's been born.
So this is definitely like, it's like our go-to spot.
Yeah, so we couldn't get reservations anywhere else in town, so we're like, we love this place.
Yeah, it's like,
So-
we can't go wrong. So sushi!
Yay!
You excited?
I'm so hungry and it smells, like I can smell the hibachi and it's making me want hibachi. How's my lighting?
You look great. Just beautiful. Here's our little spot.
Isn't it cute? Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
Alice and I were very lucky to have a rare 2020 wedding, which we are incredibly grateful for. But it's also meant that the first 2 years of marriage have come during a difficult time for literally everyone. I think these first 2 years have absolutely been the building blocks for an incredibly strong foundation. If anything, some of our best moments have taken place during an overall kind of dark time. I think we've learned that it's okay to slow things down, enjoy little moments, and proof that we can get through hard times together. Happy 2 years, Alice. As ever, thank you for watching, and until next time.